Hey there, Sagittarius. Oh, excuse me. How you doing? My name is Sherilyn, and I am here to do your weekly tarot reading. This one is going to be it's going to be for Monday, October 6th through Thursday, October 9th. Although only the bottom part is really designated for certain days. The rest of it, I guess, is probably valid whenever you see it, okay? So you'll see it when you're supposed to, I suppose. Here we go. But this one's for my Sagittariuses. I'll be back on Wednesday to do bonus readings to get you through your weekend. And we're just going to pull a basic spread and see what Spirit wants to talk about, okay? All right, Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. So let's see. Oops, come back. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, what's going on? So we're opening with the King of Swords, okay? Followed by the Two of Wands, and then I have the Sun card. So this is your backstory or your recent past. You're presenting here as the King of Swords, so male or female really doesn't make any difference. It's just an energy, but you are standing firmly in your masculine here. You're standing in your masculine, a little bit like Spock from Star Trek, I guess, or something. This is you being very, very intelligent, very analytical, very logical. You're trying to keep emotions out of your day-to-day life, it looks like here in the recent past, okay? You've got them locked up in somewhere in a box or something. Passions as well. So this is very sterile, or very, not sterile, kind of like a hospital, you know what I'm saying? Everything is just sterilized, I guess you could say. No emotion, no passion, okay? And there's definitely something here about being a little bit manipulative maybe, or strategic in your everyday actions, okay? So we'll take that. That's where you are. That's how you were presenting here in the recent past. You're standing at some sort of a crossroads trying to decide which direction you want to take towards your future. The obstacle here was happiness. I have to believe that you want happiness. I don't know that you in the recent past were feeling like you deserved it for some reason, okay? And you were having a very hard time picking which path to go to make that happen, for happiness to come your way. So this is your backstory. We couldn't change this if we wanted to. It's already happened, but this is what we're building on for this reading, okay? All right, on we go. Where are you at currently? Two of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Page of Cups. Okay, so there is a huge imbalance. Anytime that you take your life to an extreme, like being in the King of Swords, okay, that means there's other things in your life that you're not allowing in, so it's like it's lacking, right? So, because you need a little bit of everything, a balance between love and your head and your heart and all that, whatever, your passions, your love of money, whatever it is, you got to find a balance between them all, and there is no balance in your recent past, and it causes, in your current, you have a real imbalance. Everything feels very topsy-turvy, okay? It's very hard to find your footing currently, okay? The next one over is the Empress. So now you're presenting as the Empress, it looks like here. As the Empress, you're supposed to have the ability, your superpower is to nurture anything into fruition, right? But I feel as though the imbalance in your life overall is causing it to be very difficult for you to try to nurture anything. The challenge here is you have a sense of unrealistic expectations and a little bit of delusion going on here, it looks like. Meaning that you're invested in a fantasy right now, or a fantasy version of what you want your life to look like that's not realistic, you know? Which is all fine and dandy every once in a while, but it's not fine and dandy when it's really what you're focused on, because you're going to fall short, right? You can't fall up, but you're going to fall short if you have these unrealistic expectations on what you want your life to become or be. All right, let's keep going. What do I have in the near future? I've got the Magician, okay. The Two of Cups, alrighty. And the challenge is the Ace of Pentacles. There's something here, Sagittarius, about you believing that your true happiness cannot be attained unless you're in a relationship. I just see that for some reason intuitively off these cards. In the near future, what you're doing is you're manifesting a divine union, because it's like you don't feel like you're whole unless you have somebody else in your life. That's a really slippery slope to slide down at any rate, but there you go. The challenge here becomes the Ace of Pentacles. Somehow the challenge is attached to money, or I don't know. I don't know if you are in a position where you want this divine union to come into your life, so you're manifesting it in, but you also want it to be attached to money, so the divine union that comes towards you doesn't have money yet, and then you turn it away. That's a possibility. Or you find a divine union that is not willing to build something with you because you don't have money. But there's something here about coming into contact with the divine union, and somebody involved is like turning it away because there's no immediate funding to it or something. I don't know. Sounds crazy. What do we have back here? I've got the Six of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Buckets. Six of Cups, sorry. There's definitely a stagnancy that's being created here because there's not an ability or a willingness to have equal give and take. Like, that sounds harsh, but it's like you're in a take mode right now. You're not in a give mode. And without the reciprocity being somewhat balanced, this is just causing everything to be in a tailspin. You're getting nowhere quick. There's definitely an unhealthy attachment or obsession here with wealth and money. Like, Six of Cups, you're having a very hard time getting past something from the past. Like you're here again. It's like you're romanticizing something from the past, making it far more than it ever was. The Wheel of Fortune is here, and it's trying very hard to spin in your favor, but you are really making it difficult. And it has to do with this unwillingness, I believe, to have an equal give and take. You're definitely in a take mode right now, and there has to be equal give and take to make something really grow. I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I say that. I don't like saying that, but that's what the cards are saying. I have the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Three of Cups. So you have friendships that have formed here lately that could definitely grow into something more, but not with the expectations you're putting on them. You know, you have to be happy with the person for the person, and then together you two can build abundance possibly, but it can't be the deciding factor or something. There's something here about you definitely putting it at the top of your priority list, and so it's causing you to come at this from a place of lack where it's going to stay forever right out of your reach, it looks like, until you figure it out and balance this all out. Okay, Sagittarius, this one was weird too. I don't know what to say. This is definitely, you need to get a handle on this obsession with money, for sure. That's what I see. And there has to be equal give and take for you to find happiness. Okay, for Monday, I have the High Priestess and the World card. So there's a cycle that's coming to an end. Your intuition's telling you a cycle is ending. Tuesday, I have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups. So this is all about you having plenty of options, but you can't find any options that you trust in. And the reason you don't trust in anything is because nothing's trusting in you, and it's because you're not trustworthy right this minute. I feel like you're coming at things with a very sneaky undertone to you, and you definitely have ill intent towards a lot of things. You got to fix that if you can. The Hangman, Wednesday, you got the Hangman and the Ten of Cups. It's because your emotional fulfillment's out there and it's attainable for you, but you're stuck right now. You can't get at it, and it's because your head is not straight right now. You are definitely, things are skewed right this minute. Okay, Thursday, I have the King of Wands, and then I have the Hierophant. This is you trying to figure out if you want to be tied down or do you want to just stay footloose and fancy free. What it seems like you really want is money, and that's going to stay just out of your reach, I'm telling you, until you can figure out how to balance this all out, is what it looks like to me. Okay, that's what I got for you this week, Sagittarius. You just got to try to find some kind of balance here. Okay? There you go. Thank you.